On a warm July evening in 1976, inside Montreal's Olympic Stadium, Annegret Richter crossed the finish line in 11.08 seconds to win the Olympic gold medal in the women's 100 meters, equaling the existing world record. The race unfolded under the weight of Olympic expectation, with the fastest women in the world aligned in their blocks and the global spotlight fixed on a single straightaway. How does an athlete sustain excellence across multiple Olympic cycles, transforming early promise into lasting achievement? This documentary explores the discipline journey, international triumphs, and enduring legacy behind Annegret Richter's place in the history of sprinting. Annegret Richter emerged as one of West Germany's most accomplished sprinters during the 1970s, a decade defined by rapid evolution in women's track and field. Born in Dortmund, she entered athletics at a young age and soon displayed notable speed over short distances. Her early development took place within a structured club system that emphasized technique, repetition, and competitive exposure. Sprinting, with its demand for explosive power and precise biomechanics, requires both natural ability and sustained technical refinement. Richter's progression reflected that combination. By the late 1960s, she was competing at national level, steadily lowering her times and gaining selection for international competition. Her breakthrough on the global stage came at the 1968 Olympic Games in Mexico City. Competing as Annegret Falk following her marriage, she earned a silver medal in the 200 meters and a bronze medal as part of the West German 100 meters relay team. The Mexico City Games were notable for their high-altitude setting, which influenced sprint performances, and for the emergence of a new generation of female sprinters. Richter's podium finish at just 21 years of age signaled her arrival among the world's elite. Following the 1968 Olympics, Richter continued to compete internationally, navigating the demanding cycle of European championships, national competitions, and Olympic preparation. The early 1970s were marked by intense competition in women's sprinting, with athletes from multiple nations challenging for supremacy. During this period, Richter refined her start, improved her acceleration phase, and developed greater consistency in her top-end speed. Sprinting margins are measured in hundredths of a second, and incremental improvements can determine podium positions. At the 1971 European Championships in Helsinki, Richter captured the gold medal in the 100 meters, reinforcing her status as one of Europe's leading sprinters. She also contributed to relay success, demonstrating versatility and team value. European competition during this era was particularly strong, and success there often foreshadowed Olympic contention. In 1972, the Olympic Games were held in Munich, on home soil for West Germany. Competing in front of a home crowd introduced additional visibility and expectation. Richter won a bronze medal in the 100 meters and secured gold as part of the West German 100 meters relay team. The relay victory underscored the strength of West Germany's sprint program and Richter's reliability in high-pressure environments. Olympic relay events demand seamless baton exchanges and precise coordination. Success reflects collective discipline as much as individual speed. Between the Munich and Montreal Olympics, Richter experienced one of the most successful phases of her career. In 1973, she won gold in the 100 meters at the European Championships in Athens, defending her continental title. Her performances during this period were marked by technical efficiency and composure in championship finals. In 1974, she achieved a landmark performance in the 100 meters, equaling the world record with a time of 11.0 seconds, measured manually under the timing standards of the era. World records represent the outer boundary of human performance at a given moment in history. Matching that mark placed Richter at the forefront of global sprinting. It confirmed that her Olympic medals were part of a sustained upward trajectory rather than isolated successes. The mid-1970s were a period of rapid advancement in sprinting technique and training methodology. Starting blocks had become standardized, track surfaces were improving, and sports science was increasingly integrated into coaching. Richter trained with emphasis on reaction time, drive phase mechanics, and relaxation at maximum velocity. Interviews and contemporary reports describe her as disciplined and focused, attentive to the technical demands of sprinting. The 1976 Olympic Games in Montreal became the defining stage of her career. Entering the competition as a leading contender, Richter advanced through the heats and semifinals with controlled performances. In the final, she faced a field of accomplished sprinters, each separated by fractions of a second in prior rounds. At the gun, she executed a strong start and maintained form through the drive phase. Her time of 11.08 seconds, recorded electronically, equaled the standing world record and secured the gold medal. The Montreal victory was significant for several reasons. It represented personal culmination after nearly a decade at the elite level. It affirmed her capacity to peak at precisely the right moment, and it contributed to West Germany's presence in women's athletics during a competitive international era. In addition to her 100-meter triumph in Montreal, Richter earned a silver medal in the 400 meters relay, further demonstrating her value in team competition. Across 3 Olympic Games 1968, 1972, and 1976 she accumulated 6 Olympic medals, 1 gold, 2 silvers, and 3 bronzes. Sustaining that level of performance across 8 years required resilience, adaptation, and continuous refinement. Her rivalry with other leading sprinters of the time shaped many of her most memorable races. Women's sprinting in the 1970s featured athletes capable of extraordinary acceleration and closing speed. Championship finals were frequently decided by minimal margins. Richter's consistency in reaching finals and medaling reflects a capacity to perform under pressure repeatedly. Beyond Olympic competition, Richter remained active on the European circuit. She won multiple national titles in West Germany and continued to represent her country in relay events. Her participation in international meetings contributed to the professionalization and visibility of women's track and field. As the decade progressed, a new generation of sprinters emerged, and the competitive landscape evolved. Richter continued to compete into the late 1970s, including participation in the 1980 Olympic Games in Moscow, where she earned a bronze medal as part of the 400 meters relay team. That appearance marked her 4th Olympic Games, a testament to longevity in a discipline that often sees brief peaks. Retirement from elite competition followed, after more than a decade at the highest level. In sprinting, careers are often defined by narrow windows of peak performance. Richter's ability to remain competitive from the late 1960s through 1980 stands out in historical perspective. Following her athletic career, Richter became involved in sports administration and athlete representation. She served in leadership roles within German athletics organizations, contributing experience gained through international competition. Her involvement reflected a commitment to supporting future generations of athletes. Richter's place in athletics history is grounded in documented achievement. Her Olympic gold in 1976, European titles, world record-equaling performance, and sustained relay success collectively define her career. Each medal represents preparation measured in thousands of training repetitions and seconds contested on championship tracks. Sprinting distills sport to its essentials: reaction, acceleration, velocity, and endurance over a brief but decisive distance. In that distilled arena, Richter demonstrated precision and composure. Her performances were shaped by technical rigor rather than spectacle. Observers frequently noted her efficient stride and disciplined race execution. Her contribution extends beyond individual accolades. As one of West Germany's leading female athletes of the 1970s, she helped elevate the profile of women's athletics nationally and internationally. Participation and visibility in women's sport expanded during this era, and athletes like Richter played a visible role in that progress through their results and professionalism. Looking back at Montreal in 1976, the image of Richter crossing the finish line captures a moment of culmination. Yet her career encompasses far more than that single race. It includes early Olympic medals in Mexico City, relay triumphs in Munich, European dominance in the early 1970s, and continued presence at the Olympic level into 1980. In evaluating her legacy, it is important to consider both excellence and durability. Many athletes achieve brief prominence, fewer sustain competitiveness across multiple Olympic cycles. Richter did so while maintaining technical standards in an era of rapidly advancing performance benchmarks. Her story illustrates the disciplined arc of elite sport. Early promise leads to international testing. Experience yields refinement. Success demands repetition. Through that process, she secured a place among the notable sprinters of her generation. Annegret Richter's career remains a reference point in discussions of 1970s sprinting. Statistical records document her times and medals. Archival footage preserves her stride and composure. Together, they present a portrait of an athlete who combined speed with consistency. As this documentary concludes, her achievements invite reflection on the nature of excellence in sport. Dedication, methodical preparation, and the willingness to compete repeatedly at the highest level form the foundation of lasting accomplishment. Richter's Olympic and European successes exemplify that foundation. Her career deserves recognition not only for its gold medal highlight, but for its sustained contribution to athletics across more than a decade. Through disciplined performance and repeated presence on the international stage, she helped shape the competitive landscape of women's sprinting in the 1970s. If you value stories that explore the discipline and achievement behind historic performances, please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel Behind the Medal for more in-depth documentaries. This video contains generated images. They are used only for creative illustration and may not represent the athlete's exact appearance.